All right, hi guys. Having a little bit of, was having a little bit of a, what's it called, technical difficulties because it's always interesting trying to set up the overhead camera, but also like you can still kind of see like this thing that's like what's holding up the overhead camera. So I was trying to like get that out of the way, but it wasn't working. So, but you can still kind of see it right here, but it's okay. I'm actually in the middle, I started a sketch, of what I kind of had in mind for what we're going to be working on today. I also just want to, before I forget, to quickly introduce myself. My name's Christine. I also go by Chrissy or Creatively Chrissy on here. I like to draw like sort of fantasy, bright colored, pastel colors, artwork. And I've been wanting to do something for Mermay. I just haven't really had the time. And honestly, I wasn't really that inspired by a lot of the prompts this year. But then I had this idea, so I'm going to try to run with it a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. But I really like what I have going on here. So I'll just go briefly over what I'm trying to do. But I want this to be like kind of like a window based on bubbles, if that makes sense. And then I wanted to do a bathtub here with like a clawfoot tub with a mermaid sitting in it, and I thought that would be kind of cool. I'm not like used to doing interior spaces, so this is going to be interesting, especially because I think I also want to do like a, what do they call them, like a vinyl record player down here, and I have some ideas for like, she's like relaxing in the tub kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of what we're planning. I just want to quickly check that you guys can, yeah, you guys should be able to hear me. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I already started on the background. As I said, these are going to be windows. I'm struggling a little bit with them, a tiny bit, but I should be done with them soon. And then I want to get onto like the tub and the mermaid. But for now, we're kind of working on the background. So if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. I'll try to keep my eye on the chat. See, okay, so that's like the outer ring. So I have to fix a couple things here. I'm thinking, so yeah, what I want to do is try to select this thing because I want to fix it. And what I'm going to do is not that. It's cake time. You're having some cake? What kind of cake? Okay, so this has to be duplicated. That's what I wanted to do. Turn this thing on. Orange. Ooh, orange cake. I've actually only had orange cake once, and I think it was just like, we made it, my grandmother, I think, made it, and she made it the same way she makes lemon cake, so it was kind of sweet, like too sweet for me, but my grandfather really enjoyed it, because I think lemon cake, you kind of need more sweetness because it's sour sort of thing. But I'm drawing the background for, essentially it's supposed to be a bathroom eventually, but these are windows. They're not windows yet, but they're going to be windows. So I want to do a mermaid concept that kind of came to me this morning when I was trying to think about what to do for the stream. So these are supposed to like kind of mimic bubbles, the windows. So yeah. How's your orange cake? Okay, so this is this. I want this and this to merge. That's what I wanted. And then what I want to do is kind of fix this a little tiny. 24 days. Yeah, it's the 24th day of Mermay. which I have not done like a single prompt, but I figure, yeah, same Luca. But I said, you know what, if I can get one this year, because like every year I want to do it, and then every year I don't. So I figure if I can do it, if I can do it just like one time, I'll be happy, you know? I'm just trying. Like the sketch doesn't need to be perfect. Jeez, I can't speak today. Okay, that kind of crosses there. I just need to fix this one. But oh, what have you done instead, Luca? I've literally done not much drawing this month, unfortunately. Oh, the same character? Is it like an OC, or is it like a someone that like a character that you like that you're drawing like fan art of? No, there's nothing wrong with just drawing what you want to draw. Because sometimes I feel like I force myself to draw things that maybe I don't feel like drawing in the moment. But this I definitely felt like drawing, so I'm trying. But, just gonna erase, because I'm trying to fix this, hopefully. And then that goes away. This one goes away. This one comes back. Just want to make sure. Oh, am I on the wrong layer? Yeah. Okay. That looks much more like what I want. Kind of. There we go. I think I kind of have to fix this. No, not that big. Okay, so that's better. Oh, an anime character? I used to watch a lot of anime, I think in like my teenage years. I haven't recently. I think that the last thing I watched was, I actually don't remember the last thing I watched. Oh, Mermay. It's okay. You don't have to. Oh, Mermay. Now what I have to do is duplicate this one, which that's going to be annoying to try to do, but we're going to try. I don't know who Monono is. Like, what is that from? Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a fancy one. It's gonna be fancy. You'll see. I have like an image in my mind. Although originally I wasn't gonna do like bubble windows. I was going to do. Oh, yeah, I know Mononoke, Princess Mononoke. I've watched it. I think I watched it once. Yeah, or like twice. It's not my favorite. I'll be honest. It's not my favorite Studio Ghibli movie, but yeah, it was a good movie though. I won't. It's a good movie. There's like very few Studio Ghibli movies that like I won't say. Like actually, I can't think of one that I don't like, but I have my favorites that I always go back to. What's kind of boring? Oh, Princess Mononoke, or like the movie? I don't think it's boring. It's just a bit, in my opinion, a little bit darker than some of the other ones. But okay, so there's two different things. Interesting. Okay, because when I think of Mononoke, I think of Princess Mononoke. Like, movie. So Mononoke is a different thing. Okay. See, it shows how much I know. Okay, so what I have to do is duplicate this thing. This one. Right. No, I don't want to draw. I want to duplicate it. Okay, so I'm going to do this. So is Mononoke a show? Like, that's duplicated. Oh, wait, no, before I do that. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'll have to look it up unless you want to tell me about it, but yeah, I've never seen it, so I don't know it, but what am I doing? Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, now I know what I'm doing. Okay, it's kind of old. Is it like they steal the same character, like, meaning like the story is kind of like this, not the same, but like the characters are kind of the same, like in the sense that it's like an old, oh, it's about a guy who goes and slays demons. Okay, so it's not the same thing, like the premise. Okay. Oh, so like a darker Demon Slayer. Okay. Yeah, I never watched Demon Slayer either. I haven't watched any of the new, like newer animes. I watched, like, all the old ones. Like, I think, I mean, it's kind of, like, I feel like this is everyone's first anime, but my first one was, I don't know, like, do you count, like, Pokemon as an anime? That was probably my first, if you think about it, but, I don't know. It depends what you consider anime. But, like, the first thing that I think I watched... Oh, Mononoke is the only one you watched? Yeah. I mean, it really just, like... It's honestly, like, picking, like, a show. Like, I don't know. Some people are, like, really into anime and that's all they watch. Or, like, that's what the majority of what they watch. I just pick shows based on, like... You know... It's like, I watched Sailor Moon... That was, like, the first anime I think I finished from start to finish. But this was back, like, this was before, like, all the new ones came out. Like, the Crystal or what, when they changed. Like, I watched the old, like, 90s anime. What else did I watch? I watched Inuyasha. I don't think I watched the whole thing, though. I think I watched, like, a majority of it. Because, I'll be honest, he was... I don't know, certain things about it were pissing me off, so I was like, I'm not watching this anymore. But I'm trying to think. I watched Bleach, but I watched all the way to, I can't remember the like, I watched, I think, to the second or third arc. I can't remember how far I got into it. I just, like, I get bored easily of TV shows. So, like, I'll watch up to a certain point, if that makes sense. Like, there's very few TV shows that, or, like, shows that I'll watch, you know, because of, like, it has to keep me engaged, I guess. So, that's where I guess I struggle. But, come on. There we go. But I still watch all the Studio Ghibli movies. Like, those are, like, my favorite things to watch. But, like, those are my comfort movies. I go back to them a lot. Yeah. But it's been a while. Like, I just bought, I got Spirited Away as a Blu-ray this past Christmas. I can't bring myself to watch it because I get a little sad at the end, like when she goes home and leaves. Like, I know that's, like, the whole point. She's supposed to go home with her parents and, like, start her new life. Like that's the whole point of like her adventure, but like to appreciate the fact that, you know, to be appreciative of the life she has. But that was my first Studio Ghibli movie, so like I feel sad watching it sometimes. But okay, I think what I want to do, and sorry I'm all over the place, I want to add like another bubble type thing, but down here, or I don't know if I want to do it, I think I want to do it here, so it kind of balances out up. No, I think it has to go there to balance it out. I think it has to go like there. All right, that's gonna help me with that. Yes, okay. And it was funny, by the time like my brother's younger than me, by the time he got into anime and stuff like that, I was kind of like out of my anime phase. I don't know, I'm also not much for TV. I know that kind of sounds weird. I don't really watch a lot of TV. I'm more of a movie person. And if I want entertainment, I typically go on YouTube. So, yeah, I want to put a circle there. So let me figure that out. I think I have to go on this. No, I didn't select anything. Stop it. Okay, there we go. Circle. And we want to make it a circle. Thank you. Alright. Now how this is going to work is I'm going to leave that there for a second. Actually, that kind of looks cool. I don't know. 1 second. So I need this. But what we need to do is I kind of, I don't know, how big of a bubble do I want it to like, maybe like that? Should it be smaller? I don't know. What do you think, Luca? I think that's a good size, right? Okay, so if that's the case, this is going to be erased here. That's going to be erased there. And then this is going to be erased here. Cute. Alright, and then what I need to do, which is a little tricky, is I have to kind of trace that and smooth it, hopefully. No, I don't want it straight. Okay, perfect. All right. Now what we do is we take this. No, I don't want to make it smaller. No. I was just asking what you think of the size of the bubble, but it's okay. That's actually... Oh, crap, I did it wrong. Give me my circle back. What I need to do, in actuality, I think, is get rid of this. No, I need that. Do I need that? So difficult. All right. What we're going to do is do this. And then that makes sense. Okay, now what we're going to do is erase this. So what is the plan? The plan is, 1 second so I don't screw myself. Okay. The plan. Get rid of that for a second, please. Okay. So this whole thing is like, these are all windows, right? Bathroom. I want to put a clawfoot tub here, I think. I might have to move the window up and down, floor up and down. I don't know. This is kind of just me going off, you know, what I have right now. I'm just looking at the screen to make sure you can actually see it. But clawfoot tub, mermaid in the clawfoot tub, listening to music, which I want to do, like, because I'm going for the I think the last day of Mermay is Serenity. So I was like thinking of like calm, peaceful, and I want to put like some plants around and stuff too. So I'll do that. But I want it to be like a very, what's the word? Lived in bathroom, but there's going to be like I think she brought like her vinyl records in. Sushi Mermaid is a good idea. I don't know if I could execute that though. I'm doing it kind of I don't know, that's my plan. So we'll see how it goes. And then I was thinking of doing one where there's one mermaid who this is like, it's nighttime, she's doing it, and then I want to do another mermaid for like, I want to do like different mermaids for different times of the day, if that makes sense. So this might be like one painting in a series, but that's kind of the plan. But I like the sushi mermaid idea. Oh, and I know what I need to do. I'm going to have to do, like, perspective, which perspective is going to be very annoying to do. Is this... I need that there. Okay. I think I'm done with the window. Don't know. It could be the same mermaid. I don't know. I was thinking... It could potentially be. Yeah, because that would be kind of cool if I could eventually animate it so that, like, the time changes behind her. If I wanted to do that, like, make a GIF. What I want to do is make sure this is center. But I kind of want the circle in the center. So that's kind of... Let's see what I can do here. This is why I love digital art sometimes, because it's like... I want to find the center of something. Undo that, whatever I just did. Okay, so that's the center line. It's pretty center at that point, I think. Well, let me get rid of that. Okay, so then I just need to put, or I think I want to make this a little bit smaller. And I want the circle to be. So I need to put borders around these other windows. So we're going to do that. That's going to be fun. But for now, I think maybe I should probably get into actually drawing the clawfoot tubs for my mermaid. So let's do that. I'm actually at my laptop here too. So that's why I'm leaning forward, because I want to... Like, I know what a clawfoot tub looks like in my head, but, like, I want to make sure I, like, have it, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. So I can, like, see what it looks like. Clawfoot. It's a clawfoot tub. Never heard of it? They're, like, these old, I mean... They used to be more popular, like, in the olden days. Days of yore. I don't know. If I can bring one, maybe I can bring one up and show you. Or, yeah, I could do that. One second. Let me just, not overhead. Okay. So then you can actually, like, see what I'm doing. All right. I'll show you what a clawfoot tub looks like. So this is what they kind of look like, clawfoot tubs. They call them clawfoot because they have like, I don't know how to describe what that is. It's like a claw, you know, like that's what they are. So I just think they're pretty, which is why I wanted to do it. But yeah. You heard clawfoot? Yeah, clawfoot. Claw, space foot. Yeah. So I'm trying to pick, like, I'm looking at a few just to see. I definitely want the ones that, like, I don't want it, like, straight. I kind of want it, like, one side is higher and then, like, there's, like, a curve to it. Because, like, this whole image is a lot of curves. I think I found one that I like. That I'm going to, like, kind of mold to the way I need it. But, okay. Found one. So let's make a new layer above this one. I'm actually going to get rid of yeah. Okay. Claw foot tub. So if I want like her head kind of up here, I think. Then I kind of need the tub to kind of, maybe the 1 foot here, 1 foot there. That makes sense to me. Okay, so if we're doing that, claw, oops, and then tub itself, let's start here. Okay, figured it out. Or kind of figured it out. 1 second, stand by. This is a very, this is the biggest size it goes to, this pencil. Oh, I don't like that. Let me see. I'm gonna get a different pencil because I don't like how thin this is. That's a little better. I don't know. I like maybe this one. No, that makes sense. Okay. We're starting with the tub. Tub. Okay. Ooh, 1 second. Mute that. Okay. Sorry, I was just curious about something. Okay, I found my clawfoot tub. And I can draw thicker, which is good. All right, am I on the right layer? Yep. Don't do that. Thank you. I'll fix that in a second. But that's kind of the general shape. Perfect. Okay, now I can work with that. Let's size it down a tiny bit. I think we'll do that. I like that. Now let's work on it a little bit though. Okay, so it kind of has obviously a rim. So I think something like that. Ah. Makes more sense. So fix it, but as I can. Wake up, computer. Just have it. Weird. So one thing I do have to fix, I'm gonna go on another layer to do this. Okay, so wrong layer. All right, so it's kind of more like a straight edge, like that. And this kind of, no. I'll curve that a little bit, but okay. About we're gonna have to bring in perspective. I don't want to because I don't like perspective, but I have perspective lines which are gonna help me with what I'm doing. So it's gonna be, I mean, they're not gonna be perfect perspective lines, but they'll be okay. Can you, I don't know what you're doing. My laptop's like doing weird things. Don't think it goes down that much though. To be kind of straight. Curved. Hi. Welcome back. My other computer is being a butt, so it's like And this is the computer I'm using for the... What did you do? Alright, so I don't have my reference image, so I'm gonna have to go blindly for a little bit, but it's supposed to curve a bit, and then it kind of goes like that, but not exactly. I'll fix it in a little bit. It's not supposed to be quite angular. There we go. Okay. It's supposed to be curved. I think I angled it a bit too much, but these, it's okay. I'll figure it out. That full size, which is fine. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Get rid of that. Eh. Much better, and then we'll fix these pointed lines. I just was without my reference image for a little bit, so then I was like, I don't know what to do. Okay, that is gonna come kind of like I'll work on this thing a little bit here. That's better. And then it actually kind of, let me get rid of this because it's not what I'm looking at, what I want it to look like. All right. And I'm using these perspective, this is part of the reason I love Procreate. The perspective lines are so helpful. Let's fix this. Fix that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then here, it comes out a little bit, but like, I don't think it's that much, unfortunately. Yeah, that's more like what it's doing, except I think it starts to curve kind of there. I honestly have never drawn a bathtub, so this is new. I'm not big on drawing backgrounds. I don't like drawing backgrounds a lot of the time, but I had such a neat idea in my head for this that I kind of wanted to try it, even though like backgrounds are not my strong suit. Unfortunately, like I wish they were. Some people are really good at backgrounds. I am not one of those people. Yeah, that's what I usually do too, Luca. I'm trying to like challenge myself to get out of that though, because a lot of the artists that I really admire, like I want, like when I give a character that I created, I want the personality, like I want its personality to kind of shine, his or her personality to shine through their surroundings. Like obviously if they live in a place that's very, you know, like a mermaid, for example, could definitely get away with not living in a house, but I just really wanted to try this idea that I had, which, I don't know if it's going to translate on paper or on screen the way I want it to exactly, but I'm kind of okay with that. Like I'm going into this, like if I fail, it's fine. Because that's the only way I'm going to learn, unfortunately. So that's where we're at with my self-esteem when it comes to this stuff. But you know, it's part of learning. And obviously there's nothing wrong with drawing simple nature backgrounds, or even not doing, like, a lot of artists are actually very successful without doing backgrounds at all. What I eventually want to do with the art that I do, I want to be able to do backgrounds. I want to be able to do complex interiors and things like of that nature, even though it's not exactly the easiest thing for me to do, unfortunately. I also think this needs to get cut back a little bit, which is fine. I just needed to know that I need to do that. But yeah, that's my take on that, I guess. And this is way too curvy. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with drawing, like, and a lot of times I don't draw this. Like, this is the first time in a long time I have had a complex, you know, idea in mind, and I'm now trying to execute it. But, yeah, it's gonna be a struggle because these things often are, and that's okay. But that's how I'm trying to learn. It's supposed to be a bit more curved. Not bad. I'm actually not unhappy with that. Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean, Luca. And a lot of times I don't. As I said, I don't go this route, but I really wanted to this time. So that's where we're at with that. I'm going to remove the perspective lines just for a little bit because it's like kind of messing with my head. I'm going to get rid of this layer because I don't need it anymore because I'm working off this one. This one's more like what I want. Yeah. And I wish my other computer wouldn't keep... Alright, so now I gotta do some of the plumbing, which is going to be interesting because I don't have that. Who draws plumbing? I don't, but we're going to try here. Try. That should probably be straight. It goes, it's a pipe. It goes straight to the floor. Straight to the floor. Should probably also map out where these claws go, the claw foots, but and then there's like this part that goes into this thing, kind of. I don't know, this is plumbing. I'm not a plumber. Nor do I want to be a plumber, but I admire people who are plumbers, because without them we would not have plumbing, so. And that looks about right. If I could just get the thickness correct. And this is just a sketch. Obviously, I can fix it later on. I'm just trying to get this stuff down so I can make the decisions, so I can make, you know, nicer decisions later, if that makes sense. Obviously, I'll go into the details of the plan because, like, it's not just. Yeah. Ooh, that's no. No, keep that. What I want to fix is this. But yeah, like, some people aren't background artists. I admire people who are, but one of the things that I really want to get better at is my backgrounds. Because color theme, I haven't even thought of that yet. Yeah, I haven't thought that far, Luca. I typically sketch in pink or red because, especially if I'm doing people, because I find it gives them life, especially traditionally. Not so much, I don't think it does the same thing as like I mean, it depends how you paint digitally, but I definitely want, I think there's going to be pink in this though. I definitely want some blues. Oh, you have a color idea? Okay, Luca, you tell me your idea. I'm always open to suggestions. That's too low. That's better. Just need it to be straight. There we go. Plumbing. Fantastic. Okay, I need claws. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So turquoise technically outside, yeah. Alright, I just want to make sure I don't forget the claw fits, so I'm just kind of like mapping out how they would look. Oh, a translucent pink or purple. I like that. Like a bluish, okay, bluish green. Like a teal for the wall. Mm-hmm. I'm liking these ideas. See, I'm just trying to get the foot because I'm afraid I'm gonna forget it and then I'm gonna have a problem. Okay. It's 1 foot. It would be dark. All right, so like leans more green. All right, I think I'm kind of picturing what you're saying. Let me here. So you kind of mean like that's not a good swatch. 1 second. This is a better if it wasn't tiny. Like something like that, or is that too green? Or would it be more like, well, that kind of looks the same. I mean, there's a slight difference. That's a bit more green. That has a bit more blue in it. Hi. Hi, Viral. Can I call you Viral? So this one here, which I just erased. Okay. So something like that. All right. Good thought. I do like the color, so I definitely think I'm going to include it somewhere. I don't know if it's going to be the background, but we'll see. Because I honestly haven't thought about color. All right, I kind of need this foot to match. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to like trace it exactly, but what I want is I kind of want to put it, no, I don't want to make it big. I want to put it like here so I kind of know what I'm going for, but like opposite, if that makes sense, to like help myself. Let me flip it. Flip. Can I flip it? Ooh, that's not the place to flip it. Flip horizontal. Okay, so, or I could just cheat and do it this way. I mean, technically I drew both. It's not lying. I think I'm going to cheat and just use it that way. Cheat. Because I technically drew it. Okay, so I at least know how the foots, that's not English. The feet are going to work. Okay, I think in about like 10 minutes I'm gonna run away just to get some water because I made the mistake of not bringing water in here. So at like 2 I'm gonna take like a quick 1 minute break to go get myself some water and maybe a granola bar. So just FYI. What's up, Viral? How's your day going? Or night? I don't know where you are. So, here it is almost 2 p.m. Or if we're going by military time, almost 1400. It's funny because like I promote you. I'm probably not the person to ask. I don't have that many followers or subscribers. I have like 400 people. And I don't know what you mean by promote. Like, tell people about you? I mean, I'm just, I guess, check Viral Vibes out if you want. There's only 2 people, including you, in the chat. So, I mean, I'd be happy to, but I don't have that much of a following myself. Oh, you're in India. That's cool. Yeah, so that's late for you. Yeah, so I mean, like, I'm not against it. I don't know how much it'll help you. Okay, so I got this plumbing done. I need to get the back plumbing done, which is like the faucet and all that. Ooh, forgot to change what I'm doing. That can go with that. Go back to the color I was using. That was not the color I was using. That was the color I was using. And Luca, you would be surprised how late some people stay up. My brother, for example, has gone to bed at 3 in the morning sometimes. So, I don't know. Some people are night owls. I am not one of them. Not naturally, I don't think. I'm most productive first thing in the morning, so that means I need to go to bed at a reasonable hour. So Viral Vibes, why don't you tell us, like, what you do, or, like, what your channel's about, if, like, because if you want to promote yourself, people are going to probably want to know what you do. I don't want this. I want straight lines so I can kind of see what I'm doing. I don't want it too opaque. Yeah, that's fine. No, don't do that. Thank you. I probably should have made them small. I just wanted lines. This is much bigger than what I want. That's better. Oh, facts? Like, facts about what? Like, music? Because when I think of Viral Vibes, I think of, like, I don't know why, I think of, like, music, but could be wrong. Is that the right place? It is so not the right place. 1 second. We are going to move these. There a way to, like, oh, I can select both of them. I just ruined it, though. There we go. I didn't do that. 1, 2. Duplicate. Let me get rid of them on this layer because that was in the wrong spot. Okay. Now I can kind of fix this, which that looks much more right. Well, how long have you been doing it, Viral? Because, I mean, honestly, like, I've been doing this for, like, 3 years. Granted, I did not post regularly. But what I can tell you is that, like, I can give you some tips. I mean, obviously, like, if you guys are in the chat or if you're watching this after the live, go check him out or her out. I don't know if you're he or she or they, them, whatever. But go check out Viral Vibes. You start, yeah, so, like, you know, that's not bad. Like the best advice I can give you is to post regularly. Definitely post regularly. It took me a while. It's still taking me a while. And like promote other places. Like I would say find, like one thing that I find helpful is to like, I mean, granted I'm an art account, so, you know, yeah, exactly, Luca. Like I think 13's not that bad at all for a month, especially in the beginning. It's kind of like, the best way I can describe it is like if you're, I don't know, are you into stocks, like the stock market? Like the way they say it is like, it kind of compounds sometimes. Like, yeah, the views is good too. I didn't even think of that, Luca. The views also very good. You just have to post consistently. I wouldn't like beat yourself up about numbers. Yeah, I do drawings. That's what I'm doing now. I draw. But yeah, I would say like, oh, on paper, yeah, I do traditional drawings too. I was just in the mood to do digital today. And sometimes, like, I'll admit I'm not as confident in my traditional drawing skills as my digital. But, so that's why sometimes if I'm doing a live stream where people are watching me, I don't feel as comfortable to, like, do traditional because I'm more likely to make mistakes. Which is fine. Like, I'll still do some lives where I'm drawing on paper. But, which I actually almost did this time. But then I thought, I kind of feel like doing this. So that's where we ended up. But yeah, I guess like the biggest, like I wouldn't, that's pretty good viral. I wouldn't beat yourself up about that, if that makes sense. Like your numbers. That's pretty good. Especially if you're posting like consistently, you know, I wouldn't beat yourself up about that. So, it's too big an eraser. So, one thing I want to challenge myself to do this year too is to learn oils, which I think what I want to do is I want to do this on this layer, add another, but I've also painted acrylics. I have a couple videos on this channel where I was painting and drawing exact eyes, like so you mean like realistic eyes, like eyes that look like real people's eyes. I would say the best thing you can do for that is to really study eyes. Like I would say take a page in your sketchbook and just maybe for like a half hour just draw eyes. Because that's the only way you're really gonna learn. Yeah, that's what Luca's saying. Like me personally, like I don't really care. Like I like realism. I don't like because there's nothing wrong with painting exactly realistic. I know a lot of artists that do, and I admire artists who do. My father particularly also likes to paint realistic. I prefer realism, but the best way to learn to draw something is to draw it. Over and over again, look at them, draw half of an eye, draw just the iris, draw just the outside, or draw them in different angles. Don't draw the whole face, if you really need to improve on that specific part. Yeah, you kind of just develop your... I mean, there are methods to certain things, like, you know, you could also study how, like, if you have artists that you really like admire how they do it, I would suggest also, like, studying them. Yeah. Yeah, exactly what Luca is saying. Because, like, that's how I'm drawing this. I've never drawn a, you know, never drawn a tub, let alone clawfoot tub before. But, it's really, yeah, it's just shapes. That's how it works. And draw what you see, not what you think you see. Because, a lot of times we draw what we think we see, which there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're trying to be realistic, you know, our mind likes to fill in blanks for us, so a lot of times, you know, oh, bye Viral, have a nice sleep. Okay. Sounds good, Luca. Oh, I said I was going to... Okay, Luca, you send the picture. I'm going to take a quick run to go get some water. I will be right back. I'll put a little break thing here. But I'll be right back. It's not working. I don't know what this does. Oh, I can't do that. Interesting. I don't know how to do that, Luca. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I would advise you. Don't mind me. I'm just having a quick granola bar because I really have to think about how I schedule these because sometimes I don't eat. Yeah, I've never tried to put like a picture in a chat. That is interesting. Alright, I'll do curves and stuff later. I don't want it to be an ellipse. Ugh. Okay, that's what I want. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm sorry. Okay. needs to be bigger than that. We'll figure that out in a second. You know, can you post it as like a comment? Like not in the chat, but as a comment after the live? You can also DM me on Instagram if you want. I think I'm like trying to do like measurements. It's at least it's more like that. I need it to be like not as ugly. It needs to be longer. Definitely longer than that. Oh, it's a sketch. I'll fix it later or something. I don't know. Nope. That's not how that's supposed to. Fix that. I don't know why I have this song stuck in my head that like, you remember the movie Shrek? That song Reputation. Like I don't give a you know what about my reputation. Okay, I'm gonna do angles just because it makes this a lot easier, and then I'll curve them later. Because this thing kind of does like go. I'm starting to struggle a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. Now I'm just trying to do that piece that like it holds up the shower head. Which I have to keep reminding myself, this is just the initial sketch. I can like fix it. But I'm like kind of stressing myself out for no reason, which is funny. Not funny, but it's like me. That's what I do. This needs to be much thinner. This is the shower head that I'm doing right now. But I think this whole thing needs to be bigger, if that makes sense. I don't know. But we can do that, which is what I'm going to do right this second. I'm going to make it instead what we're gonna do, going to duplicate it. Don't worry, I'm not like getting rid of it. I just need to get rid of this piece here. Excuse me. You'll see what I'm doing in a sec. I hear you. I don't know if you guys hear that crow outside. That's kind of funny. Yeah. Okay, so it's here, but I want it to be a little bit bigger and a little bit. I think that makes more sense. Yes, I think that's more to scale. More to scale. Reminder for any of you who are on the stream or watching this after the stream, drink some water. looks a bit better to me. And then this has to go through there. And kind of like that. And it kind of... No, don't do that. Not that kind of... It's too much of a curve, darn. All right. No, I don't want a straight line. I don't want it to curve like that either. Trying to get the thing to be correct is like, again, to remind myself I'll fix all that later, but it doesn't like go straight. It kind of goes not even like that. Oh, come on. I am struggling so much right now. Maybe I'll come back to that in a sec. The thing is, this has to go kind of like that. I'm sorry, you guys are just watching me struggle. The art is going. I'm just struggling a little bit, a tiny bit. It's okay. I'm pushing through, but I've been like redrawing the same line for like a little bit now. I don't think it's not bad. I mean, it looks like a tub. Right? I think it does. Yeah. I think it looks like a tub. Just erase this a little bit. And what we can do is I can get rid of that for a little bit so it's not like messing with my mind while I'm working on this. I want to do this thing because it's annoying me and I just want to get it done. I have been drawing this like curve thing for a while now. Like, what is this? Oh, that's that thing. Okay. Like this comes down and kind of does like a, no, don't do that. Like that. And then I just need to draw. Like, no, it's like my hand doesn't like drag on this nicely, so I might have to do it in like pieces. So that's that. Best I can do for now. I think I'll get back to it when I do the final sketch, but we're getting somewhere, which is good. This thing kind of, just want to indicate this to myself. Okay. I guess it's time for the mermaid, believe it or not. That's like the next big piece in this puzzle. Excuse me. So I always feel like these live streams are just me sketching, which, I mean, maybe some people are fine with that, but I don't know. I was thinking about like one of those someone who came to the last live stream was like, are you gonna color? And I'm like, huh, that's like ambitious. Get the mermaid. So yeah, I don't, if I'm doing a sketch during a stream, the likelihood of me coloring is very slim. I'll probably finish this in like a video that I'm gonna post, and I know I keep saying I'm gonna post videos and then I never do it, but I will be soon. It's just been kind of crazy with work and like other stuff going on, but I would probably finish this in a video, or the next live stream. I'll figure it out, but no, it would have to be in a video because I want to finish it for the end of May. So, all right, let me see if I can find a good image of what I need. So I'm thinking tail is gonna kind of hang out a little bit. So like, cause her body's probably gonna be mostly here, and then tail can kind of come up and come out like so. If I were to do like I'm doing like a very rough sketch of what I think would happen. And I'm kind of drawing like what's in the tub so I can kind of see like the anatomy, but we'll see. I don't know. I'll figure it out. That's kind of what I'm picturing. Like the tail will be partially out, so you can tell it's a mermaid, but I have to figure that out. Which I'm actually thinking I kind of want to keep these obviously, but I'm going to put like the opacity down so they're not like bothering me as much. So like it's still there, but I want the opacity down so like when I'm drawing on this layer, it's not like glaring in front of my face. I'm just trying to find good pictures. I think this is as close as I'm gonna get, unfortunately. So I'm dealing with it. So her head would probably be like about here, which means, and I definitely want bubbles, so like you won't see a lot of her body because it'll be in the tub, but also like covered in bubbles. But I do want like one arm to kind of come out. Like, why is this like not? All right, that's head. Arm I want to kind of come out. Like so. Or like something like that. I'll figure it out. I'm just trying to like plan it out in my head how I want this to work. But she needs shoulders, so it's like, you know. how do shoulders work in a bathtub when they're sitting like this? This is like, I'm just trying to figure out, well, her head's not going to be, yeah, this is where you're going to watch me struggle a little bit. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I want to be... kind of see, but... head's going to be back like that. So then... just do our nose. And face. Neck. Kind of like that. To do, so that's her neck, her other shoulder, body. Alright, I'm trying to figure this out. I just need somewhat convincing anatomy, if that makes sense. I don't need exact. And this is starting to get too much in the way. I think she would probably be more like that. So that gives her a bit more. Yeah. Oh, you're right. I'm just trying to figure out how anatomy works in this scenario because obviously I want it to be somewhat convincing. But this window is really bothering me. I'm getting rid of it for now. Yeah, it would be. I'm just trying to figure out, like, because if this is her neck, right? I mean, yeah, I guess you wouldn't see. And then her head goes like that. Yeah, I know, you're right. I always forget. You're so good about that, Luca. I always forget about the line of action. Because, like, I want her tail to come out, so, like, I'm kind of thinking something like that is kind of how her body probably is. Maybe a little bit stretched out. More stretched out than that. Okay, let me... I think it would be... No, I don't want... Maybe that makes sense. Maybe that makes sense. I'm gonna have to figure out her arms later. But I think... tail... because her butt would be here, I think. So then tail would be... Let's struggles, the struggles. If that's her back, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm only drawing her torso so I can figure out, like, where things are. But obviously the tub would be hiding her torso, but I just want to make sure I know kind of roughly what I'm doing. So then I can draw the rest of her. But yeah, Luca, thank you for the line of action. I always forget about that, and I'm like, that's such a good tip, and then I forget about it. And it makes my life 10 times easier once I use it. And I think I draw them too rigid. Like, I don't think their tails are, like, really that... I feel like her tail's not long enough in that instance, though. I feel like it would come out like that. Be super long still. Something like that. And I'll figure out the rest, but I think that makes sense. But I kind of want this to poke up maybe a tiny bit more. And this can kind of come out if it's coming out like... That makes more sense to me. All right. Got the fin, which is good. Don't really care how, like, about her body. I just wanted to kind of see where the positioning is. And I know I have like 5 million draw lines here. I'll figure that out. Arms is where it's kind of gonna get tricky. It's like, if this is her arm, her shoulder would go there. This shoulder would probably be about there because it kind of curves in with the back of the tub. So I think, but maybe she would extend it up like so. Like maybe her elbow goes up a little bit and then it goes back in the water. Something like that. And the other arm. It's not how arms work. Like if that's her shoulder, that would be her bicep. Which means this needs to move a little maybe. And I don't like how that. Well, that's not her bicep, that's her shoulder, and then this is her bicep. And arm sort of does things that I'm just like, I don't know, I'd have to look up some reference image on the arm, but it's kind of how I'm picturing the arm to go. Maybe, I don't know, I'll work on it. I also feel like it should be longer, like not like that. What are arms? I'll figure that out later. That's that. But I kind of want to figure it out now. I don't know. Because, like, again, I think that would be where her one shoulder is. I mean, her other arm doesn't have to be out of the tub, I guess. I don't know. And then I think, like, this arm probably will come out like so. I'm just sort of drawing. It's comfortable. Because if this is her shoulder, how would it get... Alright, first I need to fix that fin situation, because if I'm like staring at this the whole time, we're gonna have a problem. Alright, I'm gonna go on to the next sketch, I think, which is going to be helpful because now I can kind of know what's going on here. And that's where the tub ends, so I don't... There's gonna be some rolls here because obviously we have a bend, which is fine. And then that goes like this. Kind of, I don't know. Something like that. That's much better, I think. Giving more mermaid-ish vibes. In that sense, okay. The arms is what's going to kill me. Which, I mean, am I surprised? No. Do I want to draw the arms particularly? Not really. But, we're gonna try. We're gonna try and probably cry while we're doing it. You know, it would be helpful if I could see, like, my arm, even though her arm is much thinner than my arm. Maybe I'll take some pictures of my arms later. I don't know, because, like, I think... Because, like, that... Arms on a body. The forearm comes to about the bottom of the rib cage. So if this was, yeah, so her elbow's probably about there. So if I want her elbow, chest, if that will. So then that would go something like that. I kind of want to make it higher though, so we'll fix that and fix that real quick, and then I'll fix the forearm because the forearm's not quite right, but I kind of want to do something like that. Not quite right, but it's better than it was. Maybe she gets it like upwards to the back. I get what you mean. I'm putting her in a relaxing pose though, because I'm not sure that, like, I don't know, like, I mean, granted, I've never been in a clawfoot tub, so I have no idea how comfortable, like, this behind your head would be or wouldn't be. But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out probably outside the stream, but I just want to get this down so that I'm not, like, trying to figure it out later when it's not as big of a, you know, I'd rather just figure it out now. But I appreciate the input, Luca. You're always very helpful in that manner because, again, like, sometimes I forget things and you make a suggestion and I'm like, oh, you're correct. Just like this needs to be a little bit, I think, not as pointy. Not as pointy. Okay. Now we kind of figured that out. And kind of give her a neck. That would be nice, right? Be nice to have a neck. And I don't know what kind of. I'll figure out how I want to do her facial features because I was actually thinking I might make her. And I was thinking maybe Polynesian. I don't want her to be white. Like, I don't want her to be like me. So, I think I have to look up some pictures of the, you know, those facial features because I only know mine pretty well off the top of my head. So, I don't know if her hair is going to be up or down, or I'll figure that out too. But, I'm kind of happy where this is going. I mean, if I add all the layers back in for a second and put them at full capacity, opacity, I'm pretty happy where this is going. It's better than what I think I had it. Like, you know, I'm happy with it, is what I'm trying to say. Because, actually, keep that there for a second. Let me see how that looks. Bit better. Alright, I'm going to put this back at not full. Well, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to put the tub at not full opacity because it becomes very hard to, like, figure out where things are when you have so many lines in your face. But, yeah. So we have about 15 minutes left in the live stream. So I am going to end at 3 o'clock. I actually have somewhere I have to be at 6, so I'm gonna have to leave around 5. But so I have some things I have to do when I get off. But I'm happy with the progress here. As far as this arm goes, I would assume if she's going to, maybe she doesn't have to put that arm up. Maybe she doesn't. All right, if that's the case, then I'm going to her face. I'm going to start doing some of her face. I think I want to do, like, because we just did, we just had, what's her, the Stitch movie, Lilo and Stitch, come out in the United States. I don't know if it comes out everywhere. But, kind of want to, like, I love that movie, and it's a good movie, so I want to see what we have. Okay. Profile. If I could find, like, a profile. Now I got that. song from Lilo and Stitch stuck in my head. Sorry, I'm just trying to find. As I said, I want certain facial features. I think I want, as I said, I want to make her Polynesian. And because of that, I need to look up what Polynesian women look like. That's not. Can kind of work with that, I think. Like, because they don't, their noses aren't as, like, I don't know a good word for that. Like, they're not coming out, like, as much from the face. Like, they have beautiful features, honestly. I didn't find an image, though, of, like, a profile view. Ugh, that sucks. I mean, I guess more so, like, other things are gonna hint. Yes, okay, I think I found someone that I can work with. Good. Their noses don't. Sorry, I have a song stuck in my head. So drawing Polynesian hair is going to be interesting. I'm not good at drawing like wavy or curly hair, which is ironic considering I have curly-ish hair. But I do have trouble with that sometimes. I just figured out her head is too big, so we'll fix that. And so is her nose, I think. Meaning like it's too long, the bridge. So that's gonna be her mouth. I'm just kind of like blocking things in. I know. Nostril. Yeah. Where'd you go? Alright, well. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I think the eye goes, like, the bridge goes in a little bit more than what I gave her. So I'm gonna have to look at a few different pictures because right now I'm going off of one, but I really want to make sure I get everything correct. It's gonna be like kind of wavy. I don't know if it's gonna be up or down yet. wavy, dark brown. As I said, I think her head is too big, which is fine because I will fix it. Eyes are good. Unfortunately, this picture of this woman, her eyes are not like well. You can't really see it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm like looking for a better image of Polynesian woman. Very beautiful people, I will say that. Let me work on the fennel maybe a little bit because, as I said, I don't want to spend the whole stream, like the last like 7 minutes, just trying to find a picture that works. So I think I'll work on the tail a little bit so that can be like seen during this, but and then before the end I'll bring everything up so you can kind of see where we're at before I finish for the day, or the stream I should say. I haven't decided how I want the tail to look. Fish. Such a like that song stuck in my head still. Yeah, I don't want to spend the stream like doing that though. I don't know. I think it's gonna be something kind of like that to make it realistic. Alright, let me bring everything. I don't want that anymore. This is kind of where we're at with the sketch, which I'm really, as I said, I'm happy with how it's coming out. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't really know what to do because at this point, I really need a good picture of, couple good reference pictures, and as I said, I don't really want to spend the stream doing that. What kind of fish is this? The Moano. Maybe I'll model her after the Moano. Okay, if you don't know what a Moano fish is, look it up. They're very pretty. But make sure you put fish after Moano, because then it'll think you're trying to spell Moana. Oh, it's also called the mini bar goatfish. Let's see. They're gorgeous. Like, if you look at their scales, they're really pretty. So maybe I'll model her after one of these. I think that's what I'm going to model the tail after. So that means this is not how the tail's going to look. Tail is going to look something like this. Which I really like. I might make it a bit bigger though. So let me just do that real quick. Perfect. I really like that. So this is where we're at with our rough sketch, with 2 minutes to spare. So I'm going to probably finish this in a video, so then you guys can kind of see the coloring process once I have the sketch finalized. So if you want to see that, I will maybe post it. I don't know if I'll post it this coming week, but maybe this coming week. So then it's nice because then it bookends May. I do challenge you guys to draw something that you enjoy drawing. Doesn't have to be Mermay, but that's what I felt like. I do enjoy drawing mermaids. It's just I find it hard to come up with good what's the word? Good ideas to execute. But I'm quite happy with how this one's turning out. So I will obviously share it when it's done. Thank you for joining, and if you're watching this later, you know, leave a comment or like this video. And thank you, Luca, for joining me and hanging out with me. It's always fun to have someone to talk to. And sorry if I'm like, I'm still not used to like drawing and talking at the same time and like looking at the chat, but I think I'm getting a little better. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. You, especially Luca, thanks for coming. And with that, I'm gonna say bye. Make sure I get the right mouse.